USA Today. Charlottesville, Virginia. Rosia Parker is having trouble sleeping. She closes her eyes and she sees the accident. She was right there by Heather Heyer when the car hit her, she says. Parker, 45, says she is trying to move on. She says she tries to laugh to keep herself from crying. Her thoughts echo those of many in Charlottesville, where people say they are still trying to process the events that roiled the city 1 week ago, when hundreds of white nationalists, white supremacists and neo-Nazis descended upon it to protest the removal of a Confederate statue. Heyer, 32, a legal assistant, was killed Saturday when a car slammed into a crowd of counter-protesters. Most people here are attempting to continue with business as usual. On Saturday, downtown streets were quietly busy, with diners lounging in the sunshine and families milling around the streets. But the street where Heyer was killed was still barricaded. The flowers of her makeshift memorial had browned and wilted in the midday sun. The candles placed on the ground throughout the week had melted into the hot cement. A steady crowd of people continued to visit the site, paying respects to the woman one man there called a true hero. "She's what we hope all our kids grow up to be," said Iris Okal of Waynesboro, Virginia. In the early afternoon, Heyer's parents made an appearance at the memorial, flanked by 3 companions. As her mother, Susan Bro, sobbed, one knelt down among the strewn flowers and candles to write in purple chalk, "I miss you, baby girl." Then, in bright pink, "Love, Mom." People initially kept their distance, but Bro said, "You can come closer." The crowd pressed in, surrounding her and Heyer's father, Mark. "We love you," several supporters said in unison. "We love you," she replied. Parker, whose daughter was Heyer's friend, said it was a particularly difficult time because she was trying to come to terms with Heyer's death while also keeping an eye out for her own safety. "We feel very uneasy," she said. Being black, we're targeted. The only real place that I feel safe is here at home." Her friend Katrina Turner has spent most days since Saturday's rally at her home. "I always feel like I have to look over my shoulder," said Turner, 45, who was also at the rally. "I still feel there's a looming fear over the city," said Amos, a Charlottesville-based photographer from Nigeria who was assaulted by a protester in Nazi regalia during the Unite the Right rally. Amos said he no longer stays out late to take photos, something he did regularly before. "I just don't feel as safe as I used to," he said. Still others have taken the extra step of leaving town. Ghislaine Schmidt, an associate professor at the University of Virginia's Department of Religious Studies, has been in California since Tuesday morning. She said she left partly because she didn't feel safe. "I'm traumatized," said Schmidt, who is black. "I hear a loud noise, I jump. I see police lights, I'm scared." And with new and returning students moving into their own campus dorms this weekend, she isn't sure what to say to them. "I don't know what to tell my students because I myself do not trust these institutions that are supposedly taking care of us," she said. Like many in Charlottesville, she believes the city could have done more to protect its residents and feels let down by law enforcement. "I have felt failed by these institutions, by the police, by city officials and by the university, whom she thinks did not adequately protect the city's residents and did not take the threat of violence seriously," she said. Both Parker and Turner said they had considered leaving town as well, but they have family obligations in Charlottesville. "And we shouldn't have to run away from home because of what they let into our city," Turner said.